And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What pretty much you could say when it comes to NFL season, NFL playoff pictures are starting to come clear a bit. We're finally at the home stretch. Now, not for the home stretch in DFS because obviously there are playoff slates, but when it comes to the regular season, we are just on the cusp of everything. Now, for the rest of the season, yes, we will have these short abbreviated slates. Well, for a full slate as an 11. Next week, there's a 13 games. There's a 13 game, and then after that, you have the Saturday game, then you have the Christmas and all that other stuff. So, while we have that, let's get ready for the quarterback position. Week 14 preview. Coming up first, we have Josh Allen. Great spot right there. Don't mind the red numbers there. I'm actually working on a single entry as we speak. Normally those numbers are regular color, but now they are in that red color, trying to fit some things in, move some stuff around. But Josh Allen definitely has the best matchup, or one of the best matchup, 9,200. Definitely love that. At home, need to keep pace with New England. A must game against one of the worst defenses. Now, yes, it seems like some of these defenses out here, like the Cincinnati's, the Carolinas, even people that I like to pick, the Jets, the Saints. Some of these defenses all started to improve and just not get run over. But this is still Josh Allen against Cincinnati, so I'm not going to read too much into it. But Josh Allen at home, yeah, that definitely speaks volumes. You'll have to wait and see on Jaden Daniels versus Minnesota. I will definitely be on the wait and see kind of thing with Jaden Daniels. Even though if I'm in the $3 this weekend, 20K the first, I don't think I'll be picking Jaden Daniels even if he gets cleared. Lamar's iffy because he could blow up one of these games, but it's not even the team looks bad. I think it's really him. Even though Baltimore defense it improved while it got healthy, but it's still went from worst to bottom 10, bottom 11 since they started getting healthy and they was on a little win streak. But Lamar just doesn't look good, and it doesn't set up for a good fantasy day either. Like I said, Pittsburgh Steelers are not a defense that I fear. They're not the Steelers of 5, 6, 7 years ago, even that, or even nowhere near what they were a decade. But that's a division game that has just a nasty, grungy defensive tone to it, even though both of these defenses are underperforming. So Lamar's something that I'll definitely be light on. Joe Burrow against Buffalo is still something that I'll like. Like I said, Buffalo is still a defense that doesn't like to get beat over the top. They have the wide receivers still beat the Bills over the top and still attack underneath. So Joe Burrow will definitely be somebody that he has. I haven't picked him all year. Obviously, even before he started, before he got injured. Matthew Stafford is definitely one of my favorites. As we get to the wide receiver preview, it's just a case of what the pricing is for the wide receivers. They could double up on Arizona. Arizona's another defense that I think you could just beat up on. 10th against the quarterback. Yeah, no, they don't play that way. Fantasy rankings and real numbers kind of relate, but the way the Cardinals play, absolutely not. And not against this. That's not a opponent ranking that you should fear. Baker, New Orleans. I mean, Baker's hurt, so I think it'll be more of a running back game, even though New Orleans does have a tough, they're playing above average. It's the Saints that I never hesitate to pick. I never hesitate to pick the Saints this year. I haven't. I've been pretty much right on them when I suggest the Saints to you guys. Baker's somebody also that I like to be light on. I just don't think the ceiling's there. In my predicament, Bo Nix has had two recent offensive showings. Now, this is in Las Vegas, so obviously the weather is better. Obviously, the weather wasn't too bad when they were at home a few weeks ago, but that was a pure snore fest when I played that game as a single game. But I still like Bo Nix. Not too expensive, 7,700. Until he proves you wrong. But he didn't have the best game. The last one. Like I said, Caleb is all right. Overachieving the season. The Philly game was just how crazy and physical Philly got dominated. He didn't really have much to do with that game, but still, as long as he's been playing consistent, he is an option. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that, but Caleb is somebody interesting. Daniel Jones is definitely somebody that I plan on being over the field on. Jacksonville, even though yes, Jonathan Taylor can run up against them, I definitely like I definitely like the passing matchup. I think with that secondary, Pittman makes a big comeback this weekend. I'm definitely going to have a lot of Daniel Jones. this week. I just love his matchup this week. Jordan Love, you know, I think the week to get him was unfortunately the Thanksgiving slate. He is at home. I still like him. I just won't be crazy about him like how it was on the Thanksgiving slate. And like I said, Thanksgiving slate was only 6 teams. But this is still the Chicago defense that still gets beat. Christian Watson is once again a good option against that Chicago defense. Chicago defense front seven has been playing better the last few weeks, but still that back four, back five that could just drop hopes on them. Sam Darnold is definitely somebody that I like this week. Atlanta, the defense, that's just, I mean, there is no such thing as an Atlanta defense. It's a team that just needs to not blow it up, but they just need to blow up the season and get ready for next season. I think about the draft. Jacoby Brissett, Kyler Murray's in the window now to come back from the IR from his foot, but the rumors are he's not fully healed from that. So I think we get at least another week, maybe 2 of Brissett, but just giving you the update on what the quarterback situation is. But against the Rams, I don't want any of that, especially after a loss, even though the Rams are on the road. Trevor Lawrence is a low-owned option, just like how Tua is going to be a low option against the Jets. I do not mind getting to Tua again. Like I said, this is still a Jet defense that's, underachieving, especially losing its talent. They looked pretty good against Atlanta last week, a superstar running back in Bijan. They still got that, but they can be playing a better quarterback talent in Tua and Waddle. Even though the Jets are at home, I still like Tua. Mariota, if he gets the start, is an option. You always know Mariota's a guy that I always like going to. Running option. Low price at 68. Tyrod, I'm definitely going to get to. The Tampa Bay defense has not been that strong. Like I said, it's still, if you want to get, if Tyler Shuck can handle the blitz, I will still get the Tyler Shuck like I did last week. He did fine. He just turned over the ball a bit too much at 6,600, and I think that's it. I'm not going no lower than this. I think I leave it at Shuck. Yes, I will leave it at Shuck. Yeah, 6,600 at Tampa Bay. Pass funnel. Like I said, they're letting him throw that ball. So I definitely like getting stacks of him last week. Stacks of him were pretty decent. It was just how ugly the game went, what kind of capped his ceiling. But if you see here, he still had an basically 18 and a half. And he's about the same price. So I'm definitely going to go back to that. Just hope that he could, if he doesn't fumble, if he doesn't have that interception, as you can see right there, Shuck has over a 20-point game. So I'll definitely be going back to him. But thank you for tuning in for the quarterback preview. This is your boy, Grade A Fantasy, running back show later tonight. I am excited about this. Definitely one of the more fun slates of trying to pick a running back. I definitely love this group of running backs. A lot of pay-up options. You're going to have to do some things. It's going to be hard to have maybe a lineup that you like if you pay up for 3. I'm not talking about the top 3 options, of course, but if you're picking 3 pay-up options and it's pretty much one good pay down, I definitely like it this week. Tune in for that. This is your boy, Grade A Fantasy, and I'm signing off.